Imagine this. It's the late 1400s. No Columbus setting sail. No Magellan circling the globe. No European ships crossing the Atlantic or round in Africa. The age of exploration, the moment the world stitched itself together by wind, sail, and sheer ambition, never happens. So what would our world look like if the oceans stayed barriers instead of bridges? Welcome to Imagine This, where we explore the what-ifs that could tilt history in surprising ways. Today's question: what if the age of exploration never happened? Without the great voyages, the world stays fragmented. Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Americas remain mostly isolated from each other. That means no potatoes in Ireland, no tomatoes in Italian pasta sauce, no chili peppers in Thai food. Even coffee and sugar wouldn't become the global staples we take for granted. Picture a world where Italian food is just bread. Irish meals are just cabbage, and your morning pick-me-up, maybe just water with a leaf in it. Not quite the same buzz. Entire cuisines, the way entire cultures taste, would be unrecognizable. Globalization as we know it, delayed by centuries. European empires, Spain, Portugal, Britain, never rise to global dominance through overseas colonies. No Spanish gold fleets, no British tea trade, no Portuguese Brazil. Instead, power stays closer to home. The Ottoman Empire could remain dominant in the Mediterranean. China, which once sent out treasure fleets under Zheng He, might not retreat from exploration and could eventually step into the roles Europe played in our timeline. History's balance of power tilts in an entirely different direction, and the phrase "the Western world" might not mean very much at all. And what about the Colombian exchange, that massive swap of crops, animals, and unfortunately, diseases? Well, smallpox never devastates indigenous populations in the Americas. That alone changes everything. Also, horses never arrive in the Americas. Corn and cacao never make it to Europe. And no tobacco? That means no smoke-filled taverns, no Marlboro Man. Maybe Europeans just chewed on carrots instead. Exploration didn't just move ships, it moved ideas. Astronomy, cartography, navigation, all exploded because sailors needed better tools. Without exploration, the scientific revolution could have slowed or taken a very different path. Would Newton still figure out gravity if no one cared about measuring the stars to cross oceans? Probably. But the Industrial Revolution, powered by global trade, fueled by resources like cotton and sugar, might have arrived much later. The dawn of the modern world would be delayed, like pressing pause on history's fast-forward button. Here's the part that hits hardest. The age of exploration wasn't just about trade and curiosity. It brought conquest, slavery, and genocide. Without it, tens of millions of indigenous lives in the Americas might not have been lost to smallpox, measles, and colonization. Entire civilizations like the Aztec and Inca might have continued evolving, not erased in a single generation. The transatlantic slave trade, which ripped over 12 million Africans from their homes, would never take place. Africa's development might have followed its own course instead of being fractured by centuries of forced labor and colonization. And in the Americas, instead of being reshaped by conquest, cultures from the Iroquois to the Maya could have flourished, building new cities, technologies, and philosophies on their own terms. A world less connected, yes, but also a world less scarred. Would humanity never connect? Probably not. Technology, curiosity, and trade eventually push people outward. But instead of the 1500s, maybe it happens in the 1800s, with steamships, railroads, and telegraphs leading the way. That means the modern world, global economies, worldwide communication, Even nation-states as we know them could be centuries younger today. We might still be living in a world where cultures are neighbors, not roommates. The age of exploration shrank the world, but at enormous cost. In another timeline, history might have unfolded slower, but maybe gentler. A world less connected, a world less damaged, a world still waiting to meet itself. This is Imagine This, where imagination reshapes how we see history, science, and humanity itself. Subscribe, and let's keep exploring the worlds that could have been.